Good morning! Today we're at the house, and the reason we're at the house is because since I set these up, I haven't really shown them to you guys. So what's it like living with 2 aquariums in your living room? It's absolutely fine. And the reason it's fine is because when I set these tanks up, I deliberately did it in a way that would require minimal maintenance. So since I set this tank up like 6 months ago, it's had 3 trims in that time, and I've scraped the glass probably once a week. And that is being really picky with it because I want it to look like really good all the time. It's been a week. You probably see there's a little bit of misting on the glass now. So that's probably like the first job. Both tanks do need a little bit of a glass scrape. Oh, oops. And that's pretty much all I've had to do to this tank since I set it up, other than the plant trimmings. And as you can see, it's had some trimmings in the last 2 weeks ago, was it?
Yeah.
2 weeks ago. Trimmed all of the reds because they're literally like hitting the surface, which is great. I kind of use this tank now as a place to get my like grown in red plants from, which is a real advantage. You know, when I'm setting up a tank, I've got like beautiful plants straight away to be able to put in, and it means that the tank looks a little bit more sort of finished for the end of the videos when I do build videos for you guys. Right, I'm actually really happy about something here. Obviously, all the fish, but if you look here, right in between this log, there's little baby lily leaves. Now, when I set up the tank, I just put a whole bulb, just lodged it in between where those 2 sticks meet, and just thought, you know, if it works, great. If it doesn't, whatever. And now it's been 6 months, and they've finally started to do something, and that is going to look so good now. They're going to start going to the surface, but I will trim them at the I will trim them when they hit the surface, because if you don't, all of the leaves at the bottom just sort of die off, because it can get all of its CO2 and everything from the air. It knows just to keep sending upwards. But I don't want it to do that. I want it to stay a nice little lily bush in that little section. That was the original plan. And it's strange to think that it's taken 6 months for this to start doing what I wanted it to. But you have to be patient with them sometimes. They just don't work for ages.
As the old proverb goes, patience is a virtue. Namaste.
And as we all know, I am renowned for that.
Yes, your patience.
Yeah. And in terms of like filter maintenance, anything like that, I have never cleaned it in 6 months. I've also not even cleaned the pre-filter in 6 months because it's just working really well. Like, I can see the flow rate is really good. I just don't feel there's any need to touch it. Now, part of the reason there's such low maintenance is because of all these plants. And that's not going to be the same with the Tanganyika tank. Now, although this tank doesn't have any plants, it's still not been that difficult. I've done one big water change, one real big scrub up of the glass. But that's it really. In the build video, I did get a massive diatom outbreak after a couple of weeks, but that's to be expected with this amount of rock work and with, you know, the silica sand and everything like that. The two with diatoms quite often go hand in hand. But since that's all died off now, the diatoms, that it hasn't come back at all. But what has happened to the tank is we have got this like green sort of algae all over the top surfaces. Now, I did want a bit of green algae because it does make it look real natural, but this is kind of thickly coating it all. And if you noticed, back at my studio, the Mabuna tank, which is basically the same setup with this, with cichlids just like these, same sort of feeding, and the rocks there, they only have a tinge of algae on them, and the reason for that is because there are plecos in the tank, bristlenose plecos, and they just do a great job of keeping it to a minimal, but enough that it looks good. Because at the moment, I think it looks a bit sort of like unkept and grubby, really. For those of us that are hobbyists, it looks really good. But obviously, this is a display area, and guests come, and rarely. I mean, you, Steph.
Just me.
And Scott round the corner, and that's it. But that said, I still want it looking, you know, a bit more presentable. And Kate really liked it to start with when the rock was real rocky looking. She's not really a fan. She fully associates algae now with being unwanted, because obviously being in the studio with me. And yeah, I think it will look better as well if it's a bit cleaner. So I think we should nip back to the studio quickly, because I've got a tank that's got a ton of bristlenose plecos, they've got flash plecos in there as well, that I took out of a tank that I broke down because I knew I was going to be using them in here. I just didn't put them in straight away, which I probably should have done. But I did want the other fish to get settled and everything first. So yeah, let's go get them. So in this tank here, I've got a little collection of plecos going on. We've got flash plecos and we've got bristlenose plecos. Now, I've got bristlenose in my other tanks doing really well where there is 0 wood. Oh, and ignore this tank. It's undergoing whatever it's undergoing. No, we're just kind of leaving this. There's nothing in there. We just want to see how bad the algae gets, completely untreated, because we're going to change it soon. But it's quite interesting to watch it evolve. So in my Mabuda tank here, for instance, there isn't any wood, there never has been, and from the start I put in some really small, they were babies at the time, and they'd been bred by me as well. Not by me, I don't breed fish,
Wow.
The fish breed the fish.
You gave birth to them.
No. Anyway, they are huge now, they're like this big. There we go, there's one now, perfect. Nothing like the size I just said, but still, when I put them in there, they were tiny, tiny babies. And a lot of people were worried that the plecos wouldn't do well because they need wood to chew on, but they don't. They really don't. Bristlenose seems to do absolutely fine in rock work only. Oh, that's Cynodontis. Look at that.
Beauty.
And there's another one here as well, look. See? Like, they don't have to have wood. Bristlenose, and there's one below it. So yeah, they wouldn't still be doing this well if they had to have wood. So they don't have to have wood. Certain species of plecos kind of use it to help digestion. They don't actually eat it for nutrition. I'm sure there's a tiny bit in there, but it's mainly just to aid their digestion. But the bristlenose seem to be absolutely fine. Seen that little method at the fish shop, and also the old bag hang.
Right.
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 Now catching plecos is quite difficult.
Notoriously
I'll try.
hard. Bye.
I've got a plan.
A massive net. Just a huge
There's
net.
quite a lot of them at the moment. They're on the filter.
And there's a big bristlenose under there.
Yeah, there's one. So there's 2 dark ones under this filter.
There's
So
2
hopefully,
under
if I can scoop the filter.
there. Oh, that's a good idea.
Oh, there's 3 there. Whoa. Well, it looks like I'm maybe going to get one. I've got one. I've got one. In fact, let's get the filter out because it's going to be in the way.
Hey, buddy.
Female.
I thought so.
Look, see how those front little,
Spines.
I don't even know what they're called, but look at it. It looks like a dinosaur, doesn't it?
It does.
Cool. Should let go in the water. It's not that. There we go.
It's like, hello, friend. Hello.
Don't be rude.
Hello.
Right, this will be harder, but they've all just gone on the bottom of this wood. So hopefully, you can keep it somewhere near the surface and at least one of them will stay.
There's a big berries under there.
There's
These
one.
little.
Oh, there's a big one. Here we go, look, a little albino.
Cute. Male or female?
Probably female, but it's quite small, so if it's a male, it won't have its bristles yet. There you go.
Another friend. Hey. How's it going? Why are you in a bag?
I don't want the flash, obviously, so we'll take that out. Go flash. There we go. And then I've got the one. Oh, it's a long fin. Oh, that'll look nice.
Yeah.
There we go. Look. Whoa!
Oh, that was
Leap of faith.
really keen to make a new friend. Oh, hey! Yum, yum, yum. Oh, well done.
Got it. What I do not want is this algae in there. Because if that gets in the new tank, as you can see, the plecos haven't eaten it. Nothing eats it. It's like mossball algae.
Horrible stuff.
So I want him to come away from that. It's easier if I just pick him up.
Oh,
Here we go. Whee!
it's your lucky day.
I have been chosen.
Oh, you're in a...
Martin, are you filming?
Yeah. Air. Got to get the air in.
I'm just going to do it like this. That's basically CO2.
Yeah, that's not good.
I can't get it to float above like they do, but
That's good.
I'll take that. We're only going to my house. I'm not going to be working at a fish shop anytime soon, but...
Where are you going?
I can't do the thing with one hand.
Here we go.
Right?
I'm impressed. Got an audience. Yep, that's...
No, I think it's safe to say that if you got that in your fish shop, you'd be really, really happy, right? Come on, let's go.
Oh, it's bright.
To the bean. Well, I can't get in.
What's going on? What's happening?
That car next to me is parked way too close. I can't get in.
You're going to have to remove your centre console.
I'm just going to step over.
Oh. VW. It's practical.
See? Worked.
Yeah, no probs. How do I get in?
Oh, yeah.
These ain't fish. Are they fish?
Of course they're fish.
Oh.
That's what happens when you live in the country.
Reef for every season.
So that's Kate's doing, not me. Obviously.
I thought it was your doing. Hi. Hello. You look like you're about to attack me.
Oh, here's Fluffy Bun. You little Fluffy Bun.
Ah, they're just growing up so much, aren't they? Oh. Ah.
So apparently, these type of cats aren't like sort of loving and strokey cats, as you can see. They hate to be stroked.
Yeah, particularly on their belly.
Yeah, they hate that.
Yeah, absolutely. She is hating it. Look how much she's hating it. Yep.
Right, I've opened the bag up because there's not that much water in here. I'm just going to let them temperature acclimate for a little bit. And we can release them, they can get to work. There's 4 of those there. That's going to do a really good job on all of this algae. I hope, anyway. Well, I don't particularly want all this gunky water in, so I'm going to pick them up, if they let me.
Careful they don't spike you.
This is stressing them out. Screw that. It's all going in. It'll all clean itself. It's fine. They are going to stick to the bag for a minute. No, go on. Go on. Oh. Yes. They're going to love it.
A feast.
Look at that. They're straight on it.
Yeah. Yum, 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 yum.
That's what we wanted. So the lighting levels in here when I set it up, you might have seen from the build video, were very, very high. And that was causing way too much algae, like unmanageable levels on the glass. Like every few days it was just like getting covered in green algae. And that's just too much. It's not enjoyable as a tank when you've got to keep doing that. So obviously we can't add plants and things in this tank. Well, we could, but I don't want to. I want to keep it like this. So the only thing we can really do is reduce the lighting, and that's what I've done now to this level. And like I'm barely scraping anything on the glass here, and I did it well over a week ago. So I've got like the lighting just right, I think, for, you know, be able to see the fish nicely, just be able to see the rock display. But we're still getting that algae on the rock a bit too strongly. It's not too bad, but now with the plecos, that's definitely going to keep it of like a much nicer level, so we see more of the grey coming through. It doesn't look bad, it just looks, it looks like it's not been looked after a little bit. It's not really the look I want in here.
Doing a bit of editing. Good work, cat. Well, I've learned something new today.
What?
Plecos are fish.
So you can see how there's like oily film on top of the surface here. It's just like waste from food and organic matter basically building up, biofilm, that kind of thing. And it's because, if you have a look here, the inlet is a bit scumified, which means it's allowing the water, but it's not properly skimming the surface like I need it to. But obviously there's an easy fix for that. It's just to clean it. There we go, that should be able to suck the surface off really well now. I've also noticed that the wave maker is kind of just stopping anything coming back in this section from the surface. Oh, it's working better now that we've cleaned it for sure. And it was working initially, so maybe let's just leave it for a sec, see if that works. And ideally I want this in the middle like it is, just because it creates a really good shimmer effect everywhere. So that's the glass clean, surface skimmer clean. That will clear up the surface as well. The only other thing we need to do now is clean out the pre-filter on this one, because unlike the planted tank, it's not got the plants to really help with like exporting nitrate. It should be good. I mean, the algae help as well, but it does need cleaning. So I've not actually done this since I set it up. Oh, she's a tight fit. There we go. Fits in there really well. I've made it like extra tight with the pipe work and stuff, so bit fiddly, but don't have to do it that often. And I'm kind of interested to see how this is, because there's not that many fish in there in terms of like large sizes. So I don't think it's going to be too bad. Yeah, oh. That's pretty good. Sponges aren't even like fully clogged. So it could have gone longer now. I could have actually just left that. Probably be another couple of months before it needed fully doing, but it's open now, so we might as well clean it up. But that's the thing though, you don't know how your filter is performing in a new setup unless you get it out. And the thing is, if the pre-filter is only that dirty, the internal parts are going to be pretty much spotless. They won't need cleaning at all. I can clean these with tap water because this is just the pre-filter. The main filter sponges and media is all in the main section. This is literally just a little bit of sponge. Bit of gun cool on this still, but you don't want to over clean everything. That's quite nicely on there.
Oh, there again.
Look guys, come on. We are busy here. So inquisitive. On. Right, let's leave that for a bit. It should go crystal clear, and hopefully all those rocks will be clean as well. Right, it's now the next day, and the bristlenose have done a fantastic job on all the rocks, and the water is really clear from the pre-filter being cleaned. Even though it wasn't that dirty, it seems to have a really good effect on the water quality. It just looks really good. Yeah, take a look at the rocks now, look. They've really gone to town on it. There's still a little bit of green in some areas, but I quite like that. I do like a little bit of it. Just what I wasn't really enjoying before was that the whole thing just looked green and a little bit manky. But they've just got to work so fast. And you can tell how good of a job that they've been doing, because down here at the edges of the rocks, there's loads and loads of bristlenose poop. So what's good now is that they'll just keep going on all the rocks. Oh, what are you meowing at? I'm just filming at the moment. Oh my goodness, she won't leave me alone. I think she's becoming in season for the first time. So yeah, it's later in the day now and none of the bristlenose are out at the moment, but I've been looking in the tank throughout the day and they have been all over it. To start with, there was just little sections of the green missing, and then over the course of the day it's just got less and less, and they've just cleared most of it. I reckon a couple more days and this whole thing is going to be like completely clear again. And stood back looking at it, it does to me now just look a lot better. Just looks more like a showpiece rather than a biotope. For those of you who don't know biotope, it's like a recreation of nature. Whereas I did want it looking a little bit more presentable than that, because let's face it, most of nature's quite dirty. So Kate's been out today and she messaged me earlier saying that she's found a really, really good picture to go up in the gap that's above the tank, because we did have a picture up there before, but it was too long and it would have looked silly. She's found something else. Kate, you got that picture?
Hey?
Have you got that picture? I've not seen it yet.
Yeah, so.
Okay.
I can't believe
first reaction.
I can't believe you haven't looked.
I didn't want to look. I didn't want to spoil it. I wanted to wait for you because you picked it.
You might not like it.
I hope I like it. Okay, cool. Yeah. I do like it. I like that it's like monochrome, you know? Because if it was all colourful up there,
it looks a bit like
weird.
chunks.
But yeah, kind of. I think it's more like a trout. But yeah, it's kind of similar. I see what you're saying, because Chunks' tail is just like that.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's got his. But yeah, okay, cool. All right, I'll put that up. Not now.
Because you don't like it?
No, because it's getting on. It's quite late. I don't really want to be drilling and stuff. The kids are up in bed. But yeah, that'll look good up there. Right, I'll put it up here. Oh, it's a good size, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's quite nice.
Good. I'm going to rest it for a sec so I can see from a distance.
Oh, if it goes in, then
It
we're
won't.
going to
It won't.
Oh.
It might.
Oh, no. No, don't even chance it.
Okay.
Don't chance it.
Okay, come here. You
let
hold
me
it.
go. I don't know why you didn't just let me do it in the first place.
I don't know. Okay, lift it up a bit.
Now I'm worried that the
Is
back
it too
end.
heavy?
No, I'm just worried the back end's going to go in the water.
Oh yeah, that'll look wicked. Yeah. That sets it off. Now obviously I'll put it central to the tank.
Yeah.
A lot of people already complained in the last video about this tank not being along the wall a little bit more. But I just felt a big gap at this end. Looked a little bit weird, so.
And we were planning on putting other bits here to.
Yeah, we were going to put like a plant or something maybe there. But yeah, okay, thanks babes. I like it.
It doesn't look anything like Chunks.
It doesn't. No, I do like it though. Yeah, it looked really good up there. It's also like the sort of.
It's grumpy like Chunks.
It is. It does. It's the sort of thing that people will come in as well and just be like, "Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'll add it up there in the next videos." So there we have it. I was a little bit apprehensive like 6-7 months ago about getting tanks back at home. It's been a long time since I've had them, and what with so many at the studio, I was worried that like I wouldn't be able to keep up with them. You know, sometimes when you come home, you just want to chill out. But because I've set them up in such a way, they've been beautiful, brilliant, absolute breeze. I mean, this tank completely looks after itself. This one's a little bit more work, but that's to be expected. But still, you know, bit of filter cleaning, bit of glass scraping. That's all I've really had to do, and it's just been so good. And I hope you've enjoyed it as much as I have.